千里之行，始于足下。A journey of 1,000 miles begins beneath the feet. We now gather in the Tao to travel the journey together. Now, one of the things that I learned is that, different people studying the Tao have derived benefits from it. And when I read up on Dr. Wayne Dyer's book, I saw that he described his own personal journey, learning about Wu Wei, and how before and after was dramatically different for him. That is, when he didn't know about the Wu Wei concept, he did things a certain way. But after he read up on the Daodejing and then tried to put some of it to work in his own life, he definitely perceived a difference. So yeah, Dr. Wayne Dyer, definitely. He wrote a book about the Daodejing. So from his book, I can share with everyone the following, his own before and after as described by himself. That previously, when he interacted with his kids, his children, he would attempt every now and then to discipline them. As a parent, as he should, as he has a duty to as a parent, and he said that when he stepped in to impose discipline on his children, he created resistance. Now, every parent has experience with this. We all know that this is likely to be the case whenever you try to tell kids how to do something, what to do, what not to do, there's always the possibility of resistance. Now, as Dr. Wayne Dyer studied the Daodejing, just like you and me, or studying the Daodejing, he applied it to his own life, and then he discovered that it was different. That when he saw an instance where he needed to step in to tell his children what or how, he decided to bite his tongue and retreat into silence and just observe, see how it works out. Now, this is when he already knew that his children had learned the basics of life and could think on their own. And he was right. He discovered, observing them, observing his children, that if he allowed them to figure it out for themselves, they do. And a calm energy replaced their frustration. The frustration that they had before in resisting his attempts to impose discipline, that's replaced by calmness. So Dr. Wayne Dyer found himself thinking, this ancient stuff, this is really working. And then he reflected upon his own thoughts and ideas and attitudes, and he realized that previously he assumed his kids didn't know how to be. That's why he felt that he had to interfere. Now, with very young children, that may be the case, but once the kids start growing up, if the parent is doing everything else right, you can assume that the kids are not completely clueless as to right and wrong. And there are times when you let them figure it out for themselves, it will actually strengthen their critical faculties. It will make them better people, being able to judge for themselves. And that's what every parent wants, is for the kids to be able to have that ability. So in his particular case, and keeping in mind that this is his own unique circumstance, you have to take this not as a universal prescription for parenting, but as his own unique experience for his own kids for a particular situation. What he found was that his kids were centered in the Tao. his kids listened to their own essential nature. So he actually didn't need to impose a heavy hand as much as he thought. So I want to use that as a way to extrapolate and to suggest to everyone that there's a possibility that when you feel like you need to interfere, that you can also think about it a second time, give it a second thought, and then be able to reflect on what is actually necessary, interference or letting it be. So Dr. Wayne Dyer wrote that he used to interfere not just with the kids, but also business associates, with a publishing company, with his agent, etc. And when he did that, he actually caused more problems to surface. Now, previously, he just assumed that because he was much more probing, that he would uncover more problems. Later on, though, he tried it in a different way, and he wrote that he became more adept at trusting the Tao. That is, more adept at trusting that people are also capable of being centered in the Tao and listening to their own essential nature. And the more adept he became in placing his trust, his faith in the Tao, the more peace he felt. And he was also surprised that he got more accomplished, not less. Why would this be if his original probing of different people uncovered many more problems? And when he does less of that, he's actually accomplishing more. So reality was not exactly as he had assumed it to be, that there's room for another way, the way of the Tao. Our meeting has come to an end, but the journey continues on. Let us travel safely. Until next time, may the Tao fill you with peace and happiness.